right, a little bit of temperance reel there. What I want to talk today about is mechanics. Now, I don't know if you've seen all the videos by Troy Grady about right-hand mechanics, and I've learned a lot from these. I was first kind of tipped off to these by my good friend Hayes Griffin. I have played like this for about 15 years with a straight arm, okay? Nothing wrong with this, by the way. A lot of good players played like this, including our hero Doc Watson, okay? That's the way I found that moved the pick best for me. And the Troy Grady videos, with one in particular, and I'll link to that in the description, have shown me that there is kind of a finite number of basic motions that the human hand and wrist and arm can make to move a flat pick. And it's all in his videos, but I want to talk about my understanding of it, okay? So this is all Troy's work, kind of distilled through my feeble understanding of what he's talking about, okay? So one is, you got this pick here, and the arm can move like that, okay? So this is basically the forearm moving like this. Nothing is happening here. Nothing is happening in the wrist, just the arms moving like that. So that's one thing that can happen. Okay, another thing that can happen is this rotational thing, where the forearm moves like this. This is a really common one. This moves the pick, okay? Another one I'm not very good at is this. You think isn't that the same thing? No, this is the arm kind of moving straight up and down. It's called deviation to the radius and to the ulna. Okay? And then the last one is kind of a knocking motion, like this. And you'd think, well, this isn't something you would do. But I've seen like a lot of R&B guitar players kind of do this. It's kind of that kind of motion. Okay? So, like, one question every guitar teacher gets in bluegrass is, should I put a finger down, or should I put rest my hands here, or should I float, or should I just, just look at the guitar and never play it? Okay? I've always said, well, you should put a pinky down, or you should touch the hand or the bridge, because historically that's what you see everybody do. And in the last few years of YouTube and the internet, people said, no, you should float. And even though pretty much nobody ever did that historically, some people are doing it now and are having some degrees of success with it. So more power to you. Okay? But I think it may be the wrong question. I think maybe the question we should be asking is, what's the mechanics we're using to drive the pick? Okay? Now this works pretty well. That's the one I've been doing for years now. That's not how I started, by the way, but that's what I've been doing for a long time. And people said, when I started doing it, they said, well, you look so stiff. I said, I'm not stiff. There's no stiffness. The arms are just straight. I'm just straight. Doesn't mean it's stiff. I said, you look tense. I'm not tense. No, I'm just moving the pick. My arm's straight. That doesn't mean I'm tense, okay? But I decided I would try a different one this year. And so I've been working on rotational motion. And the interesting thing about rotational motion is that I found is that it could be big, like this. You kind of already do that for rhythm guitar. It could be really small, like that. That's rotational motion. Rotational motion, I think you could do it if you were kind of touching the top of the guitar. I think you could still rotate like that. I think you could even still do it if your pinky is touching the guitar. I can see it from my angle, but that is still rotational motion. And I think a lot of players use some type of rotational motion. So that's what I've been working on. And I've just started like this and playing whatever my scales are, whatever my tunes are. Now I'll tell you what kind of player I am. I've got a student, he's been playing 6 months. He's coming along, but he's been playing 6 months. He's not that far along. But I looked at his right hand one day, I said, you know, his hand looks perfect. It just looks perfect. He's making all his string crossings beautifully. I said, I'm gonna copy that guy. So you would copy somebody who's been playing for 6 months? Yeah, if he's doing something better than me. So he's got his hand down, his pinky down, and he's using a rotational motion, which I'm trying to learn right now. So yeah, I'll take candy from a baby. I'll take something, I'll learn something from anybody that can do something that I can't do. So anyway, that's what I'm working on. I'm working on rotational motion. I don't yet see the point of the deviation, and it's a separate motion. I'm not working on it. But anyway, a lot of the Troy Grady stuff is really geared towards shredding an electric guitar, which I have no interest in doing. But I'm very interested in how to move a flat pick. So anyway, that's what I got. So I'm going to jam out a little bit more with Temperance Reel, and let's see what we can do here.